Hello, everyone. This is Independent Conservative. Thank you all for joining me once again. So, Charlamagne, let me start this over. Let me start this, and I want to really make sure I do this right. All due respect, I just want to be respectful. Charlamagne, the God. I just don't like saying that. Why does he have that name? I don't know. What is he in a cult or something? I don't know. I don't know. Does he think he's a god? Is that a play on words? I don't know. But anyway, apparently Charlamagne the God was on a View, and he essentially roasted the View for not hosting enough conservatives, for not having enough conservatives on their show. Now, he's roasting him for this, and I find it interesting because I just found out that Trump roasted Charlamagne the lowercase g. Trump roasted him for some type of something he said, I guess, and Trump said something about it on Truth Social, and basically called Charlamagne a low IQ person who's ignorant. He just went off on Charlamagne, right? Trump did on Truth Social. So yeah, but anyway. Apparently, I guess, I don't know if this happened before Trump roasted him or after Trump roasted him, but if it happened after Trump roasted him, that he got on the View and said that, hey, you guys are not, hosting enough conservative or having enough conservative people on your show, then yeah, I would understand why he would do that, because he probably felt embarrassed. But anyway, let's get right into this article. I think this is entertaining and I think it's fun. So let's get right into this. This is the article here. Okay. Yes, your boy Charlamagne, right? And that's the View, that nauseating hen cackling show. But anyway, Charlamagne the God, I said it, man, trashed the View for having an intense left-wing bias and for barely ever featuring conservative voices. Speaking on his show, The Breakfast Club, Charlamagne thanked Lord Trump for featuring him on her Fox News show and slammed the View for not doing the same with conservatives. Quote, "Thank you, Lord Trump, for having me on my View. I enjoyed the conversation. I think it's ridiculous that The View has had 102 left-leaning guests and 0 conservatives." Now, how accurate that is, I don't know, because I don't watch The View. So I don't know if they never had any conservative voices, okay? I really don't know. Don't really care. Okay? That is ridiculous to have a platform and only talk to people that you agree with, he added. That makes no sense whatsoever to me. As Breitbart News reported, Disney and ABC executives allegedly told the host this year to tone down the Trump bashing. Let me read that again. As Breitbart News reported, Disney and ABC executives allegedly told the host this year to tone down the Trump bashing. Yeah, okay. While the View hosts have never shied away from bashing Trump and Republicans in general, executives within the company have reportedly grown weary with the show's overemphasis on politics, feeling that it has strayed from its original inception as a talk show for women. Yeah, liberal women. Liberated women, right? That's probably what it's for. According to the Daily Beast, 2 sources confirmed that Disney CEO Bob Iger and ABC News president Alman, whatever that last name is, I'm not going to even try to pronounce it, recently held a meeting with the View host and executive producer Brian Teta, asking them to shift the conversation away from politics. Whatever that man's last name is, executive producer, highlighted episodes with celebrity guests that he said were highly rated, one source said, and encouraged them to lean into such coverage moving forward, noted the outlet. While Iger and whatever that man's name is did not go too far to demand a change, the suggestion still upset the host, with Ana Navarro reportedly telling them that their audiences tunes in to the show for political perspectives. Quote, "This is what our audience wants. Isn't it going to look kind of bad if we're all of a sudden not talking about politics?" She said, this woman supposedly told the 2 executives in the article. Yeah, whatever. I just thought I wanted to talk about that a little bit. I think it's fine. Yeah. I mean, which I find interesting that the executive supposedly said, well, you guys need to tone down your Trump bashing, whatever, man. These people, they say this stuff, but I wonder. Because if it had been conservative, I always feel like they immediately take the conservatives off, and we don't have to wait for a whole year of their of the liberal bashing that we hear from the left. I mean, it's what's his name? Colbert. He's supposed to still be. I mean, they supposedly fired him, was going to be getting rid of him, but that's not going to happen till 2006. 2026 of, I guess, somewhere in January. But it's like, okay, we got to deal with that amount of time with them. Just drop them. But I guess it's negotiation and contractual agreements or whatever. But whatever. And when I say drop him, I don't mean it in a mean way. If they drop him now, he's still gonna have money. The man is a multimillionaire, so he'll survive. So they can drop him immediately; he'll be all right. But anyway, I digress. The whole thing about Charlamagne, the lowercase G, is that I'm going to be real with you. I don't watch the Breakfast Club on that much. I mean, I've seen some partial episodes and so forth. I have seen some. Episode, one particular episode with Larry Elder, and anyone knows that Larry Elder is a conservative, and he had Larry Elder on that show. And even though Charlamagne is goofy, he's goofy. He's ignorant about a lot of things. And he is, especially when it comes to race relations, the guy is so ignorant. He is a mouthpiece for the Democrats, period. Bottom line. He is a mouthpiece for them. I don't know what kind of money they paying him. I don't know where, but he is a mouthpiece for them. But even in that sense, he did invite Larry Elder over to his show. And Larry Elder is a hard hitter. And I'm pretty sure Charlamagne probably knew that. But I guess in trying to be fair, he said, okay, I'm going to go ahead and invite Larry Elder over. I think he may have had some other conservative voices on the Breakfast Club as well. In terms of The View, as I said earlier, I don't watch The View. The View, I've seen clips of The View, but I don't watch them. I cannot sit and tolerate. I just can't, people. I just can't. Now, if you pay me to do it, that's different. Give me some money and I'll sit and tolerate an hour or however long that I got to listen to that vomit coming out of their mouth. But other than that, they get on my nerves. The clips that I see and hear on The View is nauseating. It is tremendously nauseating for me. It ties my stomach into knots. I have to barf sometimes. Literally, it's just incredibly torturous for me to even watch the clips of The View, let alone watch the whole show. So with that being said, Charlamagne, the lowercase G, trashing them, if you will, or roasting them for lack of a better word there. Yeah, I would guess so. I would guess he would, he would say something like this about them. They don't host any conservative voices on there. I mean, yes, yeah, I would guess so. Because the thing is this. In all fairness, and I've said this before, if you want to get both sides, then every news source should present both sides. Okay, even if the news source or the podcasters or whatever has a particular ideology. Okay, whether it's left or whether it's right, whether it's liberal or it's conservative, you want to present both sides. You want to present both sides of the argument, even though, and this is not a podcast, this is a YouTube channel, so I mostly do conservative. I don't, if I do read a liberal article or whatever, it's very hard for me to do so because they lie so much. They do. They lie. I know people don't like me to say that, but they lie. Over and over, because every time I cross-reference it, it's always something they took out of context. Okay, they can't never tell the truth. But anyway, even with that, I feel like it still should be, there should still be some allowance of the other side. You should still get the other side. You should still present information from the other side. That way your viewers will get a chance to see both sides of the same spectrum and be able to make the decisions for themselves. Now, the clips that I have seen of The View, Some of them are horrendous. Things that Whoopi Goldberg have said have been completely ridiculous. Completely ridiculous. And the comment at the end of the article about this woman or Anna, whatever, talking to the executives and saying, well, that's not going to be feasible. I'm paraphrasing the words. It's not going to be feasible to decide to have a conservative or to decide to start shifting away from talking about politics because most of our audience members are there for the politics. But the question is this: how many audience members are there? I'm not just talking about within the immediate audience, obviously, but the people that's watching. How many people actually watch The View? Because I don't know. I don't understand. I just don't understand. Why would anybody watch this show? I'm sorry. Why would anybody watch this show? But I'm going to guess that the executives said these things to them, allegedly said these things to them, to tone down your Trump bashing, because maybe, just maybe, it's having a negative effect on the viewership. Maybe the viewership is going down. Maybe they're losing some money. Just like Colbert, what was it? They lost, $40 to $50 million a year, losing $40 to $50 million a year with that guy? Because he's so woke. That's more than likely why they're losing it, because he's woke. Nobody want to keep hearing that all the time. The Trump bash, nobody want to hear that. So could the same thing be happening with The View? Probably. I don't know. But yeah, I just wanted to say something about that. I think that I commend Charlamagne for this. I even though I don't have a lot of respect for him, because he's a dipsy Democrat. No offense to Democrats in general, but he's a dipsy Democrat. He's a dipsy. He's dipsy, man. That guy's dipsy. He is. He's dipsy. But I do commend him for allowing strong conservative voices. I'm not talking about these in-between people and they don't really know if they're conservative or not. I mean, Larry Elder is a strong conservative. And I like Larry Elder. He's very knowledgeable. So I commend him for that, okay? And like I said, he must have known that Larry Elder is a hardcore, he's a knowledgeable, hardcore conservative. And to have someone like that on your show and sit up to have a discussion with them, you better know your stuff. And when Larry Elder was on his show, Larry Elder lit his end up. Lit Charlamagne, the lowercase G's end up. I'm not going to say what the subject was, but Charlamagne tried to push something, put this NIGGA thing on him. Did you know, what do you know about your NIGGA card or whatever? And Larry, I'm going to say something. Larry Elder said, well, yeah, I'm keenly aware of that. Paraphrasing Larry Elder's words. I'm keenly aware of that, but I would have figured you would have felt the same way when you allowed Biden to come on your show and tell you that if you didn't vote for him, you ain't black. You said I would have been bothered if someone like that would have came on my show and told me if I don't vote for them, they ain't black. Like I don't have sense to use my own brain. It's amazing to me how black people hear these kind of things from Democrats right out of their mouth, and like a bunch of clowns, we still vote for them. Well, I don't. But the rest of black people do. A lot of black people vote for them. I'm going to keep clowning you. You keep voting for Democrats, as a black person, I'm going to clown you. You don't want to be around me because I'm going to clown you. Because anybody that's supporting the Democrats right now, especially black people, you got a demon on you. You need deliverance. You need prayer. You need prayer. Seriously, bro. Seriously, sister. You need prayer. Because there's no reason, there isn't one Democrat, not one, that's a strong contender. Not one. And screw Jasmine Crockett, that ghetto piece of crap. Man, please, get out of here. Please, man, please. Please. Are you serious? Are you kidding me? And Gavin Communist Newsom, that man he about as crazy as two left shoes. You want a communist? That what you want? Black folks, man, I'm going to clown you every time you vote for the Democrats. I'm going to clown you. If I find out people might vote for Democrats, I'm going to find a way to clown them. I'm going to ask him, why are you voting for him? Why are you voting for them? Well, he's young and he's black. I'm out to pray not to want to slap him. Like, really, dude? I mean, are you serious? Are you kidding me? That's your reasoning for voting for these Democrats? Because, they're young and they're black. Come on, man. We got to use our brains some of the time. Not all the time. Just some. Just some. Just a little bit. We ain't got to use it all the time. But that's what I had to say about that. Yeah. I commend Charlamagne, the lowercase G, for this. Do I respect them that much. No, I'm not all that, No, you're a Democrat, so I ain't got that much love for you on that point. Because you too brain dead to see what these Democrats are doing and have been doing. You too brain dead to see that. You might not vote Republican, but you shouldn't be voting for these Democrats. You shouldn't be, period. I'm just going to be I'm flat out. Black people should stop voting for the Democrats, period. Period, flat out. Flat out, dude. Like, really, seriously. They should just completely vacate the Democratic Party. Get off the plantation, black people, because the Democrats are not doing anything for you. Stop being deceived. But anyway, I'm going on a rant. But anyway, yeah, that's what I had to say about it. What do you guys think? Leave your comments in the comment section below. Like, share, and subscribe to my channel. God bless you all, and see you again.